Hi, everybody. I should be back. Hey, everybody. Are we back? I think we are. I think we are. I got. I see you, Coldrake. Hi. We're playing a new game. Like I can't. I have a Dragon Age problem. Um. So. So. But I do really, really like this game, as noted by the fact that we're going to start a new one right away. Fuck me, I'm have a problem. Okay. New game. If you...
I knew him as Solus. Smart, thoughtful, loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him. And that's where you come in.
So, what I said was, okay, so we're going to, by the way, we're going to, mess with all of the looks, and we are making a character, y'all. We are making a character. This will be a thing. All right, so we just finished as a Kunari. I have an offline game as a dwarf, so we're not going to do that one. And I have a human. Okay. Do we stick with a theme? Well, here's the thing. This is a community game, so I will ask for input. I still make final decisions, but I will ask for input. I currently have a dwarf that I'm playing off stream, so I'm not going to play a dwarf right now. So, input. We have Dalish Elf. We have the Kunari. We have human. Human Morn Wage and Warrior. I see you, Pope. I see you. Welcome back. So, human, elf, Kunari. Those are the three. I'm playing a dwarf offline right now, so I want to keep it kind of separate, at least in my brain. And it's easier to do other ways. So we have one push for a human. So no, there isn't an advantage to magic. There is a kind of interesting things that they do, but actually most of the advantages don't come from your lineage, but from your faction. Your faction gives you bonuses. Like the faction bonus for the crows is an extra potion. You start with an extra potion. Who haven't you played as yet? I mean, technically I've played as all of them. I have two offline games that I'm running that are two streams, two offline ones that I'm doing right now that are human and dwarf, and we just finished as a Kunari, and my first playthrough was an elf. So, you see me? I'm here. Yeah, let's go with elf. You are correct. Let's go with elf. I've got these two going right now, so let's keep it. Let's go with elf. But I appreciate that you guys talk it through with me. Oh, don't worry. We're going to mess with the appearance altogether. It doesn't matter. I'm just, you know, going through their options. Or continue. Okay. So, y'all. I usually play on stream male presenting characters in video games. Because I like looking at the pretty too. We're going to So, I'm picking gender, but we're going to customize the appearance. Wait, back, hold on. In most animation, elves tend to look androgynous. This is true. They do. Actually, no. But also, elves are shorter. In Thetis, elves are canonically shorter. And, slighter. Yeah, so we're gonna go slighter. Alright. Yes. Okay, cool. And then this is where you pick... So this is a really cool thing about what they did, is they took a bunch of, like, standard heads designs, and make them the tricorners, and then you slide within that, which is really kind of cool, I think. I want to give him a long... And then... slightly other-ish appearance. Go for that slightly other-ish appearance. And... right, like... like that? What do we think? I like that. Complexion. So we're going to take down the Vitiaglio right now. Skin tone. Lots of things. I'm not going to answer that question, Coldrake. Also, one thing I do not do, unless the species is like Kunari, unnaturally colored, I do not pull the blackface in video games. That is not cool, y'all. However, tan is fine. I mean, if we're talking about going rogue, then I would think outdoor elf, right? So, that looks good. What do we... Okay. I don't like the rich on elves because I don't think it canonically makes sense. I like rugged though. Rugged makes sense. Gives a little definition in the features, right? Oh, that's nice. What do we think about that? Rugged versus ethereal, that's the option. Youthful. Lots of freckles. The even is the other. That's kind of like the ethereal option. What do you think of the ethereal closer? I do love the fact that you can have dark circles just all the time. I like this. What do we think about this? Is that kind of like ethereal sort of is what we were going for, right? What do we think? I think that looks good. Don't worry, we're gonna mess with everything else too, so. Or do we go even like I like that. That looks good. I don't feel like we need to mess with the forehead or the brow at the moment. Cheeks and jaw. Okay. Nice enough to trust at a bar, but not so noticeable a rogue would grab attention. Exactly. Okay, so... There we go. That looks good, right? Yeah, no. It's gonna be like there. Good cheekbones, strong jaw. Exactly. That looks good. Gauntness, by the way, is a thing. You can be more gaunt. Like, we don't need to... Okay, we're going full chiseled elven here, right? Full chiseled elf. We can increase the height of the cheekbones. That's a little too high. We can increase the depth of the cheekbones. Yeah, no, we don't need to mess with that. There we go. Okay. So, you know, we're going to mess around with the hair option too, because, you know, this is going to be a thing. Chin. We don't need. We're good. I think that works. Larynx. Yeah, by the way, you can mess with the larynx. Depending on anything that you want. Scalp. You can flatten the top. Get a flat head. Bring in both sides a little bit. Little bit. Like 15%. I think that gives that etherealness. Unless you don't get a chin, you don't get a cleft chin cleft chin option. And oh, the eyes are separate. So you can have the regular, the feminine, or the masculine. Your choice. What do you think? Body shape. I think we go more thin here, right? Like we're going, yeah, regular. I think we go a little bit more. So this is more weight. This is more musculature. This is more gauntness, right? And I think it's going to be like here because we're going elf rogue in Thetis, right? Thin and dexterous. I guess we're going elf rogue is what we've been talking about. So body proportions. Oh yeah, by the way, in addition to that old standby that they used to give everybody that you can adjust the bustature, you can also adjust the other things. I would like to point out, you can adjust other things. And you can adjust other things, right? You can have an overdeveloped basement. Exactly. I guess fair is fair. That's also true. Look. As they say, tits and ass are going to get you that show. And if you don't have your own, you can go see the Wizard at Park and 73rd. Give the people what they want. Exactly. More ass. Right? You know how store-bought, if you can't regulate... Exactly. Has to be able to run and jump off a window ledge and all of that. Okay. Skin tone. You can, which is now, this is the same as what we've already set. Okay. Back. Because it's matching the rest of the eyes. Eye shape. Okay, we're not going to mess with spacing because that always gets too complicated. We want to have a little bit sleepy eyes. Hooded? No, not hooded. Tilt. Give it a little bit more ethereal look. I like the tilt. Like a swimmer's body, exactly. Depth. Wait. I like going deeper, right? Like if we go like just under neutral, then it's that level of just slightly sunken, right? Like the depth of the eye is just a little bit back, and it gives the impression of that somebody was not well fed at some point in their life, right? For an extended period of time, which, if you're an elf in Thedas, should be a fact of life. Whether you're a Dalish elf or a city elf, or you're an elf servant or slave in Tevinter, you should have some level of did not eat well as a child. For a variety of reasons. Color. All right. Very first question: Are we going heterochromia? Are we going heterochromia? Let's go David Bowie elf. All right, here we go. Heterochromia. All right. Now the question is, one blue, one green, one brown, one blue. Because right now it's brown and blue. But you can also go like purple. So let's go with... I also want to make it look very ethereal. So let's go with... I like the purple and green. I like the purple and green idea. Alright. And you can mess with saturation. Bring the saturation all the way up. Bring the brightness all the way up. So bring it really purple, right? Like really, really purple. See? Really purple. And then the inner iris. Again, go with that purple shade. Bring the saturation down just a touch because it's the inner iris, right? But bring the brightness up as well to kind of highlight the fact that it's very purple. And then the outer iris color is going to bring that brightness way down, but bring the saturation way up. There we go. Get that nice dark purple. That looks good, right? That eye right there, that looks good. And then we're going green. That hunter green? I think we go hunter green, right? Like Kelly green. Make it obviously green. Bring that saturation and that brightness all the way up. So it's a really, really bright, vibrant green. That's too yellow. I like this one all the way up. There we go. And then you start with the same color, but you bring the saturation down as you bring the brightness up. There you go. And then the outer iris color, also that green, but you bring the brightness all the way down and the saturation all the way up. There we go. That's your full-on ethereal, this is not a human. Those do not occur naturally. The DA has been touched by a god and his eye changed to purple or green. I mean, he hasn't been touched by a god. Oh, you can also be bloodshot or have cataracts. I think we'll leave those out for right now. But the fact that you could put that in there says a lot about what they thought about this. Oh, the sclera color. You can change the sclera? Darkening it. More yellow. Oh, hi, we can go full black. I think somebody would say something. Oh, there will be scars. I'm telling you right now, there are scars and tats. There will always be scars and tats. What do we think? I think it's too much, right? I think it's more... It's not the ethereal otherness that we were looking for. Oh, the cataracts. Yeah. Yeah, because it's not white. Yeah, I like the not white but not full black. What do we think? Yeah, too noticeable for a rogue. His eyes are already distinct. I like the... There's something, but not quite right. I like the not quite right. Right? Okay. It gives him a reason to wear an eye patch. But then... Okay. Now the eyebrow situation. Okay? The eyebrow situation is important. It is always going to be important. That looks too much like a villain, anime villain. Here's the other thing: is you gotta go back. I think that's too much. That's not enough. That's okay. What do we think about that? That works, right? Vulcan brows. I mean, if we wanted Vulcan. There we go. The thinner is nice. Like this one. I like this or this. No, this. Okay, we can go with the thinner. Okay. Color. We're going to leave that alone because we're going to mess with color when we get to the hair. Clothes, because we're just going to default it to match hair. I don't think he needs his lashes very long because his eyes are very dark, set back. But you need a little something to highlight. There we go. That looks good, right? Yeah. RuPaul lashes. Not fully. Mascara. Okay. First of all, we changed the color of his mascara because we want something to highlight the blue and green, or the purple and green. Okay. So there you go. What do we like about, what do we think? I like the mascara. I think the mascara works. The nose. I mean, that's a little too. That looks right. Right? That looks good. 6 is an option. 7 is too small. 8. 9. No. I like 6. 1 or 6. I like that. I like... Okay. Has he had his nose broken? His nose has been broken at least once, right? 1. We like 1? Okay, we're gonna go with 1. And he has had his nose broken at least once, right? And it healed badly? As a rogue? Yep. That's too crooked. Let's bring it there. There. Right? Deviated septum. Yep. He's got the deviated septum. I think everything else we'll just leave alone. There we go. That looks good. You can tell that it was broken. You can tell that it was healed badly. You can tell, but he's got a deviated septum. There you go. Mouth. Mouth corner position? Oh no. He's got permanent grin. We're gonna give him pouty lips too. Right? There we go. Pouty lips. Nah. It's too much. That kind of permanent quasi grin, because the smug is strong. It keeps him from being too pretty. That's right. Yeah, he just like inherently has higher position mouth corners. Oh, he's gonna be an asshole, and I love it. This is not... He's not gonna... He will be sassy, but he's gonna be an asshole. Ears. Okay. Okay, ear shape number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, wait, we need to hide the hair. Hold on. I don't like the very long earlobes. I don't like the very long earlobes. That's cool. That's interesting, right? The very long ears. What have we done? Oh, Avruk was a very good fellow for a murderer for hire. Does he have a cauliflower? I don't think... No, that looks weird. Wait, hold on. Yeah, cauliflower ear looks weird on elves, I'm just saying. Okay, so they could be bigger. No, those are too big. Those are too small. I like where they were. There we go. That's better. The elvish ear length debate. Yep. Okay. I like it slightly further out from the jawline so you can see the distinctiveness, but it still allows the jawline to be... Also, I think they need to be higher. Just pull it back. Right, like there. There we go. That's gonna be good. Alright, hair. Now comes the very difficult thing. Number 1, this is not a person of color. So we're not going to tick the very obvious, although this one isn't as bad, person of color hairstyles. Okay, question. I don't think this short hair works. I don't know. I don't... I like long hair. It's a thing. Or at least partially along. This looks like Alec. Well, it's because it's the Alec hairstyle. Oh yeah, you got to use the hair mechanic. You have to allow for the hair to move. This is just straight up how elven can you be? The hairstyle. I don't love that. Oh, this is the Ilario. This is the Ilario. You could roll up and say, "Hi, I have the same hair as you, and I still look better, because I'm not a shithead." Oh no. That's the Antoine. So the Anton makes him look like a Calvin Klein model. Like a 90s cokehead Calvin Klein model. Tell me that I'm wrong. No. We're putting some effort into our appearance. This is the... I thought about doing my hair look. And this is just the simple ponytail, which is practical. This is practical. This is the... I thought about putting effort in my hair. Oh, this is the Evka. The Evka does not work on him. No, my god, no. Mm-mm. Is this the Elven Duncan? Which one? Coked out model look, right? Right, chat? Oh, that's what y'all want? You want the coked out model look? Because it's definitely... an option. No. No. Just no. Simple bun is an option. I mean... He's not... We've already made him a rogue. He can't be Duncan if he's a rogue. The Mohawk look. The Mohawk look is an option. This is the default, which isn't bad. Number 11? Yeah, this is the Taya. That's a level of hair metal that I'm not aspiring to. Well, at least let me phrase this. I'm not wasting that much hairspray. He was talking about the Highlander, specifically Duncan MacLeod of Clan MacLeod, and he was like, lots of hairspray and crimping irons. And time, which takes forever. We're not going... To be noticed or not, some of those are Mad Max level hairstyles. Yep. So are we... Yeah, no. Nah. That's just too clean cut, pretty boy. We need a little bit of sass in existence. The ponytail? The really short one? You mean this one? You mean that one right there? The Adrian Paul, or do you want to go the full Adrian Paul with this one? Or no, this one. The full Adrian Paul. Swishy, swishy, swishy. This does have very good hair physics. We are taking advantage of the hair physics. Also, what the heck? That hair side does not move. Hey, Rose! Hey, Rosemary, how you doing? We are into creation for the next one. We just finished a run, or a playthrough. I have a problem. It's fine. I actually like the ponytail. What are we thinking, guys? Because our options are... That's a danger to a society, or at least anyone within your personal space, right? Like, whoosh, swish, 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 swish. So apparently we are building an elf rogue, probably shadow dragon. Look, tell me that this is not going to be a problem. That this smug fuck is not going to be everybody's problem. Somehow, this sarcastic smug fuck is going to be everybody's problem. I mean, technically Tosh does that. If you look at the bottom of Tosh's really long braid. Wilco chose violence and now it's everybody's problem. An absolute disaster of a man. Yes, he is. Okay. Alright, we're going for the Duncan MacLeod. Okay. Now. How subtle is he? I do appreciate your coat. Okay. But we decided the hair physics are the important part, Crit. We decided hair physics are important. Okay. So we will take a look at the other option, which is 90s Abercrombie model, which I guess has some physics, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know if we're going to seduce Nev or not, but we are going to. We're choosing. We have decided that we're going Shadow Dragon, so I have a justification to save Minrathis, so I don't seduce, so I don't romance Lucanus again. I like the hair physics with the ponytail better, Crit. The way we have already done the profile, subtle may not be in our manner. Yes, ponytail is, there we go. Ponytail it is. It's fair to be silly. We're having silly. He has trouble as soon as he walked in and you knew it. Look. Oh, we know what his theme song is, y'all. His theme song is Dolly Parton's "Why'd You Come In Here Looking Like That?" Right? Like, his theme song is straight up, "Why'd you come in here looking like that?" Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that this man is not going to be that problem. Alright, now, are we going a natural color for his hair? You're going Travis Tritt? Also valid. Opens door, does hair flip. Fair. No. I'm Too Sexy is just too... It wouldn't be allow for enough saunter, right? Like, I'm Too Sexy, if you actually think about the beat for I'm Too Sexy, it's decent for a runway walk, but it's not good for saunter. Right? Like, you can't get a real good hip roll to I'm Too Sexy. And he needs a hip roll. Bring the brightness all the way down. Go all the way black. Or well, no, we did fun hair with Arvok. Arvok had fun hair. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's a choice. It can happen. Okay. We like the black, though. We like the black, or we want to go... Because he's not a blonde. This man is not a blonde. This is the male fatale. Yep, this is the male fatale. So your options are black, or a red. Right? Like, those are your two options. Either is good. Do we like the shade of red? I don't want to go... I like that kind of cherry. What do we think? Or a little bit darker. There, what do we think about that? Yeah, a little darker. I like that. You don't want to go... Yeah, you don't want to go Carrot Top or Ron Weasley. You want to go... Actually, what do we want to do is bring the saturation down, but brighten... saturation back to... here. And then bring the brightness to there. 44 looks solid for the brightness or for the saturation? No, we need to bring the saturation up if we've got the brightness down. There we go. That looks good. That's a high. I am all your problems. Oh, for the brightness. Okay. Yeah, I like this. And we're just going to bring the saturation down just a touch. There. Oh, I like that. What are we thinking? Yeah, I like the color change, depending on where it is. The darker or lighter. And I was thinking his theme song was Everybody Loves Me by On One Republic. See, no, because that's the thing. He's that much of an asshole, he knows that not everybody loves him. He is here to cause all of the problems. Okay. You can tell. His nose is crooked. Oh yeah, we're not worrying about the scalp. Truble. Yep. He does not care. So this is the other thing. You get to see the colors based on the lighting. Based on where it is. I think that looks good. There we go. Okay. Oh. Oh, this poor world we're about to set him loose on. The dark red works for night work. Yep. No. No. I don't like the makeup. I think we're good without makeup. We're just going to keep the eyeliner that he's got. Because I think it does a little bit... Yeah, I think we just leave the makeup alone and just leave the eyeliner. Because you can also do glitter by all... You can add glitter. But we're going to leave the I think we just leave the makeup alone. But scars and tats. And paint. For other things. But no, I don't think we need paint. Scars. So we can do face scars and yes, by the way, if you choose to play a trans character, you can have top surgery scars if that is your choice. So I like the idea that he doesn't have scars on his face. He does have body scars, though. I like that idea. What do we think of that idea? These are tattoos, not scars, but sure. Yeah, no, not the face, not the face. Yeah, I think probably how he got his nose broke, right? Like, now the question is it like this level? Where there's just, he's beat the fuck up? Or is it, this is the branching scars from electric? Oh, this is ritual scarification. That makes more sense. Yeah, see, the thing is they don't let us do that. They don't let us have those. So... electrocution works? I think so. I think there has to be a level of... or acid, right? Like, acid damage kind of scars. But, like, maybe 3? Yeah, this is the one where he's, you know, you just see all the different scars. Yeah, that kind of works, where he's just cut all the fuck. And then there's 9. I think 9 would make more sense if he was... I like 3. I do like the 3 idea. That's the most damage to his back. That is the face of a man pissed at a mage. Yeah. Yeah. At some point. Or a magister. I'm just gonna we can just say that level of back scarification, yeah. Like, what do we think about that? Cool. Now we need to... a man who pissed off a magister makes sense. Yep. And I don't think they're subtle, right? Like, I don't think they're subtle. I think these are... I don't think they've ever healed right. They're not subtle scars. right? Like, that's... You want them to be, like, these are scars that are seen. Cut with a cursed weapon. I mean, Fenris would like to have a conversation with you about Denarius. And... Right, like, that's... I like the dark, right? Like... The dark. His nose probably kicked him when he was down. The guard probably kicked him when he was down. Probably. That one time he got caught. Yep. Or... I mean, but that's too close to Fenris. That one time right before he got away. I think that works, right? They're not subtle. Discoloration intensity. Oh, it's how healed they look. Oh, the other... Okay, so the discoloration... I can't tell what that does. Oh, it's the other color in the scar. Okay. Yeah, that looks actually like... That also looks like not just cuts, right? Like, that looks like the end of a flail. Probably a cursed flail, but, like, the way in which it, like, you can see the cuts have come across over the arm, as if protecting the face. Or he got dragged behind a horse. Very few... I'm gonna give them, yeah, there you go. I think that works, right? Like, that's a level of scarification that's... Now, right? Okay, so those are the body scars. Oh yeah, it's a flail of some sort. Tats. Not a face tat. He's not doing face tats. Did he get work to try and hide some of this? Or was the scars on top of some of this? 20? 19, 20. Yeah, 20. So this is... We're probably going Shadow Dragons. So the thing is, you can also change the... So I don't think we're gonna... You can, like, turn down the intensity of each of the pieces and therefore focus in. I don't care for the right leg. I don't like this as much. Oh, that's the wrong leg. Hold on. I don't like... I think that snake face falls right where it should. Right? Like, falls right underneath one of the scars. I don't like the chest piece. I don't like the chest design. I do like the two arm pieces and the back piece, right? Like, not that people are going to see the back piece because you're never shirtless with your back to the audience, I don't think, to the camera. unless you engage a free cam. Yeah, but it also lines up really well. Okay, so we're keeping those tats. For, you know, reasons. Now, the color, right? Like, he probably wants... My son got a full blown Asian dragon on his back years ago. Yeah. Okay, so the color. Right, like... I think would be both to be you know, make it obvious that they're tattoos. I don't like the shades of red. What about just like straight black? I think like he would go straight black, right? I think straight black works. It's noticeable. The deep green. Ooh. Yeah. I like the black. I like the straight black. I think the shadow black dragon. There we go. Okay. And no face tats. All right. Okay. Accept changes. Wait, hold on. We have to fix the mouth a little bit. No, it's the jaw. It's the cheekbones. That's what's bothering me. Okay, we need to fill him out a little bit because he was too unevenly chiseled. There we go. Well, part of it is also that he's got the broken nose, so the broken nose repositions your eye on the cheekbones. There we go. That's a little bit better, though. Yeah, it's the nose. It's also the jawbone. There we go. Yeah, it's the broken jaw. And that looks better. He still looks like everybody's problem. Yeah, some of these are super subtle. Yeah, some of these are... Yeah, that's better. Alright. Accept changes. Cool. God, he's everybody's problem. We said rogue, correct? This is the aspirational armor, starting outfits, and casual wear. But this is all for... So we're going rogue. Rogue Shadow Dragon. Here we go. Rook is a shadow dragon. This underground resistance opposes corrupt rulers and slavery in Tevinter. Coming from all walks of life, they are determined to bring justice to the people. Oh, look. Yep, we're going the either escaped slave or the murdered your master path. Light in the dark. Gain reputation with the shadow dragons more quickly. Never to rise. Deal increased damage versus Venatori. Your class-specific resource regenerates slightly faster. Oh, that's actually nice. Alright, so we're going Shadow Dragon. Backstory. Suddenly I understand the scars. There you go. Rook risked everything to liberate the enslaved people of Tevinter, even knowing it would anger the ruling elite. Oh, look. We're going this route. The foundling Rook was adopted into a military family and joined the Shadow Dragons to fight from the shadows for change of Minrathous. We're gonna go that he was adopted much later. While guarding a visiting dignitary who was investigating a slavery ring in the nearby city of Nessus, Rook concluded that the mission would fail without throwing caution to the wind. Alone, he sneaked the dignitary deep into Venatori-controlled zones and brought him back, along with the rescued slave. These actions brought Rook to the Venatori's attention, and the Shadow Dragons decided to keep Rook out of sight. I mean, yep. I just feel like it might be important that, you know, we're adding to this a history of as an escaped slave. Okay, so Adventurer is what we played last. Keeper is a balanced combat experience that emphasizes party composition and equipment choices over reaction times. I think that's going to be fun. Storyteller is very basic. This is Underdog, where it's hard. Then there's Nightmare, which is no. I don't play at Nightmare. I'm okay with that. And you can customize it. I have never Keeper? I like Keeper. I think Keeper would work for this. Let's see what that does. Enemy aggression is lowered. Incoming damage is defend timing is... Oh, that could actually work. Oh, combat. I missed that at first. No, oh, this is about combat. Sorry. And this is the play style for combat, specifically. Okay. You can refer to some events from Dragon Age. We'll get to... Oh, we're going to customize the Dragon Age Inquisition bits. But first we need to... the name. Hello.
Time to get to work.
Time to get to...
What's he been saying now?
What's he been saying now?
What's he been saying now? What's he been saying now? What's he been saying now?
Okay. We need a name. Oh, yes, I lived here. I lived here for hours. It's fine. We need a name. Dashiel? We have a vote for Dashiel. I mean, he's gonna be called Rook. So, I like Dashiel. Dashiel it is. We're going to customize the main character from Dragon Age Inquisition. Okay, so first we're going to edit the Inquisitor. Question. Are we going for the I romanced Solus ending? Because that limits what Inquisitor we can have. Or do we go with something else? Because if we romance Dorian as a Shadow Dragon, Dorian is a Shadow Dragon character. Let's go for Dorian. All right. How messy are we making our Inquisitor who romanced Dorian? Is it another human? Is it an elf? Or are we full on making Adar, the Kunari Inquisitor? The Solus love feels more in watch play. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. So, your Kunari. So remember, at the time of the Inquisition, Kunari and Tevinter are currently in a pause in their ongoing decades-long war over the island of Saharan, amongst other things that they're fighting over. Well, of course Pope likes messy. By the way, Dorian is a member of the ruling elite of Tevinter. So, you know, he's a political individual who becomes Archon. So we're going Kunari. Cool. Oh, we're gonna customize the hell out of this. I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna fix this. Yes. All right, we're gonna fix this. We need age. This is too young. He makes magnificent facial hair. Yup. Oh, we didn't. Oh, yeah, it's because elves can't really have facial hair. That is the problem with elves in this game. He looks so young. That's okay, we're gonna weather him up. There we go. There we go. That looks better. We're also gonna make him look older, it's fine. See, this is the, looks slightly more, have heavier bone protrusions. Yeah, no, he's definitely not gonna be Tasha's younger brother. He's gonna be, might be Tasha's older brother. Not youthful. Not freckled. I like rugged, right? I mean, that looks good, right? Shikari 1 looks good too, you are correct. Yeah, I think that gives age, right? Okay. Skin tone. There we go. What do we think of that? Don't worry, we're gonna mess with the hair. And we're also gonna mess with the jawline. There we go. No, bring the jaw down a little bit. There we go. Widen. No, I don't like the widen. I think it needs to be there. Okay. Bring the jaw in, bring the... Yep, okay. We're good. Alright. Body. Okay. They got fewer options. Body shape. High. We're gonna give you a little bit more musculature. There we go. Make him as tall as possible. I also, we're gonna give him an ass, because he's dating Dorian. He has an ass. Okay? Okay. Skin tone. Okay. I like that kind of skin tone. What do we think? Eyes. Eye color. I like the amber. I like the amber. Pink is interesting. Amber or pink? Amber or pink? Amber? I like the amber. Okay. Eyebrows. I want to give him, like, intense. There we go. That's the look of somebody who's like, I'm gonna... What do we think? Those work? I think that works. I like 4. Give him a little bit of an Aquilian look. Okay. Mouth. That's a pouty face. He is not a pouty face Inquisitor. However, he did romance Dorian, so, you know. You know. Things. Okay, so these are 1. I like 9. I think 9 works. No, they're a little too big. Hold on. There we go. Those are better. 7 works better. 7 is better. Hair. Okay. Let's go with this Inquisitor. Ooh, no. That's too short. I want something a little... Oh, yes. 25? Simple locks pulled back is okay. I would almost go... Nope. We want to make him slightly older, right? He's 10 years... He's been Inquisitor for a number of years now. The facial hair is going to help a lot with that. It's also, he's had a long-term relationship with Dorian for... Oh, this is Arvok's hair, by the way. No. So that's the thing, is like he's had a long-term relationship with Dorian for almost 10 years. you know, we need to consider the effects Dorian would have on anyone. The over the horn swoopy thing is oddly tragic. Go with 9. The over the hair swoopy undercut. Yeah. And then I want to do something a little fun. No, blue is too fun. He is the Inquisitor. He did survive Josephine's attempts at, I also like the gray. What do we think about the gray? That strain of dealing with the fade. Blue, but play with the saturation. This blue? Or the pale blue. I like that. What do you think about that? Oh, pale blue? I like that. What do we think about that? Yeah, that's some fade stress, right? Yeah, I like the bring the saturation all the way down. Bring the brightness up a little higher. You can tell that it's blue, but it is still very, and it goes with the amber really well. Yeah, this is good. All right. Then facial hair. Color. Match hair. Cool. All right. Now. He can't have the same beard style as Dorian, but he does need facial hair because, oh, I do. That's the Viago. That's the Viago. He does need like full facial hair, not just stubble, right? Yeah, the stubble is Arbok. No. No. Okay, we could go with the mustache. The mustache and goatee. That's literally what Dorian has when you meet him again. $27 looks appropriate. Yeah. 27. This is 25. I think that, no. Here's the thing. Dorian would not let this happen. This is not this isn't well manscaped. Dorian wouldn't let that happen. I don't like that what it does with the not connect. It looks weird to me. That's after a breakup kind of beard. What do we think of 6? I think it ages him. Right? Like, that makes him look older. 4 is too old. But 6, I think, works. That makes him look weathered. Six or 7. I like 6. I think it makes him look just a little bit older than 7. And just a little bit more harried. Okay. Alright. I like that. Horns. Horn style. Okay. Oh, we're gonna go with one that has jewels on it because Dorian. Do we like the overly complicated backwards? Down? Just no, I don't like the straight up. If you can guess where my mind went, you know who I am. $43 or $35? I like 35. 43 is more simple. I think 43, right? Like, there's a level of... What do we think of that? Or is that too much? Yeah, maybe too much. I think 35 is a little too much, and 43 is maybe not quite enough. Because Kunari's horns continue to grow. Right? Like, that's a thing. So you want to give him the age, right? Like... $39. Hey, Trig. 39 is interesting. 27. I like 20. 27 is... Yeah, that's kind of what it is. This is 38. $31. I like... Which one was it? 27. I like 27 and I like 31. 27 or 31? This is 31. By the way, you can change the we're going to change the color of the stone that's attached. And this is 27. So 27 or 31? We're standing by 27? Okay. Now we get to change materials. I like the dark. I like the dark horns. And then the metal. Well, this is the outfit that he wears, and I think, well, the metal can't change because 4 or 14, that's what I'm thinking. Gold. I think 14, right? Like that nice dark. So this is an Inquisitor. So Trig, we literally just finished Orvok's run and decided that we are going to do another playthrough as a Shadow Dragon this time, and this is for the Inquisitor, who we're having romance Dorian, by the way. Okay, and it's not Pink Spinel. It's not going to be Pink Spinel. It's... I like the sapphire. I like the sapphire. Or the topaz. Sapphire or topaz. We like ruby. We like the ruby in her hair. Trig voted for topaz. I like the topaz because I think it highlights that his hair used to be blue, but fade shit fucked him up. No makeup. There needs to be a scar, right? There needs to be a scar. To highlight the fucked up shit that the fade did to him. 31. Problem with 31 is you can't see it under his hair. Right, like, you can't... Anything that's on the left side, you're not going to see because of the hair. $29. Yeah, that goes there. We'll, increase the intensity. Darken the shade on it. Right, like, fade shit. So 29 is an option. Or 33. That's the one that Arvok had. 22. That looks like, no. This is 8. No. Yeah, it's all on the wrong side. So we're going to go 33. Cool. Or 29, you're correct, 29. Just the little one right there on his cheekbone. Okay. He doesn't need any tats and he doesn't need any paint. Alright. Here is our Inquisitor. Adar. Cool. Do we have a name for our Adar? Siobhan? You mean spelled correctly? Sorry, Pope. That was just too easy. Sure. Um... But it's not going to be like Siobhan, because it'd be more Shiv. I like Sheenan. Sheenan Adar. You can go Sheenan.
I won't let this stand.
We need to move.
And I'm sorry, we don't use the Lavellan voice for an Adar. You use the Adar voice for the Adar. They always let you pick first names, and then they never mention again. Exactly. Exactly. Inquisitor Adar was a Qunari mercenary used to the thick of a fight. His hard-won experience led to many victories and eventually leadership in the Inquisition. Okay, now. Continue into the world state. Because we edited the... Okay, hi. We romanced Dorian. When the Northern Mage came to the Inquisition looking for help, he discovered a love enduring and rare. Yes. Okay. Did we disband the Inquisition or keep it? I think we disbanded it. I think we disbanded it. Because I'll be honest, I never see a reason for a Qunari or an elf to keep the Inquisition, right? if you have a human or a dwarf, because they can follow the Andrastian faith, that makes sense for me to keep the Inquisition. But if you're a Dalish elf or a Kunari, you don't. Like, that's just my viewpoint. Alright. Are we vowing to stop Solus or save him? Are we saving him or stopping him? I vote we stop him as well. Yep, we're stopping him. An elf or Kunari could convert to Andrastian faith, yeah, but not. But like, stop and think about like who you are as a elf in, as an elf in Inquisition. You're a Dalish elf. You're not a city elf. You're not even an escaped slave, right? Like, you are a Dalish elf who had no desire to be there, and these fucked up humans who are assholes to you from the beginning are like, we're going to continue to use our religion to justify atrocities against your people, but hey, guess what? We now believe that you're a herald for our god. And the same thing happens with Kunari. It's just like, okay. Okay, we're gonna stop Solus. Alright. Dorian. He disbanded the Inquisition. Alright. Any changes we want to make to our punched boy? Anything else we need to change about his appearance? I think we're good, right? He's good. Trouble looks fine. Look, did I... Trig, meet Trouble. Trouble, meet Trig. Y'all, do you remember if you romance, Nev decides that your nickname is Trouble? As a term of endearment. He has one purple eye and one green one. He's here to make all the bad choices. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, let's go. I don't have work tomorrow, y'all. This is the one character to romance Nev. We'll see. We will see. Because we were already setting it up so I can't romance Lucanus again.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Manrathus, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
I would like to point out that the seediest bar in town was the Hanged Man in Kirkwall, which Varric Tethris bought.
Let's try this again. Where's Ned Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Okay, wait. We already know that he's the problem. He is 100% the problem. Right, we're starting a bar fight.
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I'm not leaving until I know where she is. Be ready to talk by the time I get to you.
Darling, you're adorable. Not enough gold in the world for this.
At least she's smart.
Varric, now!
Meet Bianca. She'd like you to stay a while.
Hi, Varric.
Nev Gallus.
Dumat Plaza. The
Yep.
Minotauri cultists took her to Dumat Plaza.
Thanks.
Yep. Stay a while and listen.
Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumat Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although, for the record, there was probably an easier way to do that than fighting an entire bar.
Okay, so we are here to be the entire problem, but are we sassy with Varric? I think we're sassy with Varric. Okay, but it worked though. Or whatever works. One of those two options, right? Sassy with friends, alright.
See you say that. But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Don't get cocky.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
All right. Break's over.
Okay, so here's the other thing that I was thinking about now that we are into this playthrough, is that this starts as a buddy cop film, right, with Varric and Rook. And this is the point when I, as a player in my first playthrough, was confirmed, because I managed to get through it without being spoiled, confirmed that Varric is dead throughout the entire game, is when he says twice from this scene, I'm getting too old for this shit.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her.
Look at Minrathous when it's not utterly destroyed by
The
dragons.
Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
I also appreciate the fact that I'm playing as a slightly
Still
shorter
think you
dwarf.
can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Okay, by the way, I'm still going to take advantage of looking all the way around.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
No, we don't. Well,
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we...
that's a fade tear. Those are not good.
Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go. Harding's this way. She'll get us to Dumont Plaza. Then Nev will get us to Solus.
Watch out! Is Solus summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
And when the veil
comes down completely, then the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
Hi, Pride Demon. It's a Pride Demon.
Come on, this way. It should get us to Harding.
You're safe now.
Hi,
Get
Harding.
inside and bar the doors quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
I feel almost bad for what I did to you last game, but not at all, because
I'm
Asan.
doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
In a hurry.
We're good, but we need to move.
Agreed. Solus isn't waiting, neither can we.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there.
I do love the fact that we're playing a short
Where's
dwarf
Nev Gallus?
elf.
Wasn't she at the meeting point?
Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Rook, you're with the Shadow Dragons. I figured you'd know Minrathous better than I do.
Sure, but Minrathous is huge. This is nowhere near my neighborhood. I can try.
Don't worry. Scouting's my...
That's at least a valid justification, right? Like, if you figure that Minrathous is the capital of the Tevinter Imperium, and you are, it has to be a major city. It is the biggest city, probably. It might be the biggest city in the world, functionally. And the only other thing would be Havel Sharam in Orlais. But if you are, like, say, make the comparison to New York, right? You know, if I'm in New York, I could probably make my way around 3 of the 5 boroughs pretty easily, finding one way or the other. But, like, somebody said they need to go to Staten Island, I'd be like, I can get you to Staten Island. Finding something specific on Staten Island might be a little hard, but I could do effort into it.
specialty. Follow me.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Demon.
Yay, light attacks.
Here they come. I think that's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find Nev.
Yeah, but before we do that,
Patch yourselves up if you need it.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was,
That world existed before the veil, and he wants to bring it back.
even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Yep, his ritual is also right now. This is an all-range party. So this is the biggest problem with the way this. Although I probably will just go dual dagger in this game, because I did discover that you really need a lot of. It's making me feel better about breaking shit in this in Minrathous, but so the biggest problem with the this early game, right, is you start with 2 rogues, then you pick up Nev, you know, and you've got a mage. You don't get a tank. We're not getting a tank until you pick up Davrin, and that's not for a while yet. Right? Like... Am I intentionally looking everywhere for, you know? Make sure I don't miss anything?
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
Let's move.
Yeah, I think that's a...
Venatory cultists!
I hate these assholes.
Yeah. Also, right now... Okay. Oh, come on, that was too late.
Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier that blocks the way.
Yeah, I might go, close combat rogue this time.
Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
Used to fight these assholes every day in the Shadow Dragons.
Glad you kept up practice.
Yes, I don't think the magical anomaly is going to be fully contained anytime soon. Somehow, right? Like, I don't think that. I think the magical anomaly is gonna fuck your shit up for a long time. Those are a bunch of Fade Tears. Those are fucking flying Venatori. No.
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
Okay. Melee rogue with Nev would be good. Cold control will allow you to finish off well. I mean, that could also work. There's also a lot of things that you can do.
They're allies of Ned Gallus! Kill them all!
Yeah. There we go.
Very dangerous. The Venatori owns these streets.
Wait, hold on. Do I not have target lock on? There we go.
Venatori, take your revenge!
Yeah, I don't have target lock on. I'll figure that out in a second.
Another barrier. But it looks like Nev's work, not the Venatori's.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. Sorry, I need to make sure I don't miss anything here because you never come back here. I'm...
Hiding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're back on the job.
Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Both of you have done some work for the Shadow Dragons.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Some old friends said if I was working in Tevinter, the Shadow Dragons are worth trusting.
I think we're still sassy. We're sassy at this point? Or... we've got Varric, and Varric is trying to be nice, so...
Nice to meet you. Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well...
See, here's the thing. We can't...
trouble in my city.
Our Rook is not Nick. He's not charming. We're not gonna make him not charming. He's an asshole. He's gonna be all the problem, right? Like, he's being nice to Nev because...
So if we do catch Solus, or the Dread Wolf, whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the Veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
I love how... Oh, careful, careful. Don't fall off the thing. I love how, you know, Varric is like, if we get fighting, we're fucked. Because, you know... Varric wishes to keep his friend from doing the thing by talking him down, but by the same token... Varric is not stupid.
We can slide down the line to get across.
Yep.
I'm getting too old for this.
Number one! That's the first time he says it! Okay, yeah, you can't go there. Hold on. Hold on. Turn around, y'all. Okay.
There. That's the building I tracked Solus to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
Yep, but there's also, as I found, things back here. I mean, am I destroying everything related to blood magic? Yes. Okay. Range attack.
enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
Good job, then.
Venatori. They must have tracked the magic to this building as well.
And then the demons found them.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch.
I love Varric. I love Varric so much. I just... Varric is one of my favorite characters in the
We should head
franchise.
back. Solus is probably inside.
Yes, I know, but I want to make sure we don't miss anything, because we don't come back here.
So this is the Dread Wolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Manrathus itself.
Yeah, that's technically true, isn't it? Okay. Alright. I need to shift myself. There we go. I want to make sure I don't miss any loot.
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
Yeah, okay. This is true.
What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
I love Old Man Varric. Right, like... We've seen Varric as a young man.
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solus said the other elven gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
So in Dragon Age 2, you meet the young man who is on a quest to make money to...
More demons.
We keep going around to the secret places. Ah.
It sounds like that opened something below.
Then let's have a look.
Probably did. Just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Excuse me. Okay, so. Only way to go is through. Now, if you plan to romance Nev, did Rook already fall for her at the first meeting? Well, character creation was just as fun as the ending, but I do have work in the morning. Alright, Crick, go have a good rest. We're probably only going to play through the this prologue section and stop when we get to the lighthouse. I don't know. I think I don't think so. Like, I don't think that this Rook, he's trouble, right? Like, he's a full-on, I'm here to make everything your problem.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an alluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Okay. I don't know that we're romancing. Like, my problem is, like... Sorry, I'm getting hot. So, I need to put my hair up.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlathan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
I thought the demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Okay, okay.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
I want to make sure we don't miss anything that could be count as a shiny. Wait. Because we don't come back here either. Well, the romance question is, are you trying to balance out this Rook or double the trouble? Right? Like, I don't... Well, who would be double the trouble would be who, right? Like, that's the question, is who would be double the trouble and who would be the balance?
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry.
Look. Okay. Yeah, so the question is, Pope, who are you thinking is trouble that would double? And who is, Tosh or Nev would encourage the chaos, Bell or Emmerich would be the balance. True. Oh. You know something. You know something. this level of trouble. This level of trouble isn't really a twink, right? But, you know.
Almost there.
I'm just saying. You could go, Daddy. He would romance a lich. He would romance a lich. That means we wouldn't have a Manfred, though. I, again, remind you, we wouldn't have a Manfred. I think the lich question would be put in pause, right? Like, that would be, we'll get to there in the last minute, but, like... He's not that level of twink, but I also don't think that, like... Bollara couldn't handle him. And I mean that in the best possible way, right? Because Bollara is a very, very sweet innocent. Can you live without Manfred is the real question. I can try to live without Manfred. Like, I can't live without Asan. Sorry. That spoiler is there for you.
Quite a few of them, aren't there?
I'm willing to tolerate... I can live without Manfred because it
Solus finishes its ritual.
works narratively. Right? I can live without Manfred because it works narratively. I cannot live without Asan. Asan deserves all of the good things in life and to be protected and have no bad days whatsoever. And that includes willingly sacrificing himself, trying to save his dad from falling from after his daddy was stabbed by an evil Gillenane and then fell into a pit of blight. So I need to teach me to stream so I can be the bad guy. You can be the bad guy? I can teach you to stream. It's not like it's hard. I mean, to be fair, what I do is very easy, and the way I do it is very easy because I am doing too many things at once in my life. Oh look, a pride demon! It is a Dragon Age game. You must fight a pride demon.
We have to stop this demon quickly.
Okay, that timing was off. Where are you? There we go.
Watch the lightning.
How did a demon this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. That thing probably sent Solus's ego.
You're dealing with Solus. Pride demons are just a side effect.
All right.
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
I feel like I should point out that pride demons are a given in Dragon Age because they're the most pride and desire are the two most common demons to deal with. Oh, and rage.
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
This is a mistake. So Slaanesh, and Khorne. I mean, fair. Fair. But it's also the level of, like, those are the most common faults, sins, really, that the bipedal species have. I'm trying to figure out what we did wrong with the mouth, but we can fix that later.
Come on, Varric. We didn't come all this way just to talk to him.
He was my friend, Rook. I gotta try to reach
I
him.
think it's the chin.
But if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
Rook, take care of the team for me.
Hey, by the way, that's the last line that Varric will tell Rook as an alive being.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Let's buy him some time.
I hope Varric is getting through Solus.
We better talk fast. We can't hold these demons off forever.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Yep.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
Ah, cr-
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Nope.
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Okay, so Harding coming with us, or is Nev coming with us? To disrupt the ritual. Nev? Nev it is. The vote is for Nev. Let us go.
Let's go, Ned. Harding, keep the demons busy.
Good luck.
Okay, so this is... Okay, so this explains why I can never get up here when we quote-unquote come back later. It's because we're not supposed to, because we're only supposed to be up here for this little bit of time. It just... Okay, so even though it's looked like the entire time I was supposed to be finding stuff here, I'm not.
This is it!
We need to bring down the scaffolding.
Why tear down the veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling. We need to push it.
I would like to point out, Solus, maybe there would be a better option if you talked to anybody else and got a second opinion.
Came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
I think it does. Like, you needed to get a second opinion there, Solus. Oh look, here come Elgranon and Gillenane. And that's a concussion. Mm-hmm.
You have no idea what you have done.
Soulless. I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world.
I think you were. You didn't want, you thought that would be a
When you
side
disrupted
effect.
my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
Yep,
Alright, you brought me here to talk.
we're going
What are we talking about?
stoic and angry.
Eurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When
To
I
be
rebelled,
loved.
They drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Thanks to me. I wasn't the one performing a big ritual to free them.
Free them? My mortal enemies. I was ensuring that they would never escape their prison.
You were tearing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric. Yeah,
He said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt. Varric is...
And this is the moment that, without anything else, confirms, if you have any reading, that you know that Varric is dead. And this is the moment Solus realizes he can use this to his advantage.
Quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took...
And see, he acknowledges the fact that he is not a god.
all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
I think it's just the mouth size. We'll fix it. Yeah, it's the mouth size. Are we doing this is your fault or damn right we will? I'm going to stress the fact that it's your fault.
Your ritual let the gods loose. You don't get to sit back and look smug.
What else could I possibly do? I do not have my ritual dagger. I do not have the network of mirrors that took me from the lighthouse across the world. I have nothing as the gods threaten this world again, all because you disrupted my ritual.
You mean when I stopped you from covering the world with demons?
You will soon see what I was trying to prevent. Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Why? Why tear down the veil? Listen.
You have no idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well,
Correct,
look who's
Trig.
still with us.
Varric? You're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'll take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What exactly happened?
What happened?
Remember how you said that Chuckles wasn't going to listen, Rook? Oh, turns out you were right.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Harding got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. Before
Fair.
you start worrying, Nev will be fine. She's apparently a lot tougher than both of us put together. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
It's worse than you think.
Varric, when we stopped the ritual, something else got out. Something even Solus is afraid of.
You've got this, Rook. World's not flooded with demons right now. Because you stopped Solus, not me.
Varric, even so, I need you to...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work.
See?
Like the time you disobeyed orders while taking down that Venatori slavery ring. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook, look who's awake. I've been searching the place for Lyrian potions. Didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. I was just about to have a look around.
Oh, be careful if you go outside, Rook. It is a long way down. The Alluvian led us into something, and it's in the Fade. Because that's what we needed. The dream world.
then I really need to look around.
Can't hurt, in theory. And we need to talk about our next move. Maybe find Harding? She went outside somewhere. There's a table in the central area here. I'll meet you both there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep.
Yep, see, there we go.
See you later, kid.
Use the wardrobe to claim your rewards. All of the thingies. Wait. That's not what I wanted. I want, okay, so we made that more narrow. Mouth. I think that's better. No. No. Okay. Nope. Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's... I think that's our other problem, right? The overbite and the underbite were too done. There we go. That's better. All right. Okay. Okay, so this is the starter. These are the worn leathers. These are the starter. This is the awakening dragon. We're going to keep in what we got for right now because I have a plan. About how this is all going to be a thing.
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, all right?
Yep. And thus, I almost run off the edge. An introduction to the lighthouse. Why was I running into walls? Because I am being silly and running into walls. Yep.
Rook, you're awake. And we're...
In the Fade.
This is where people come when they dream, but dwarves don't dream. And somehow I'm here.
Yeah, it's unreal. Nev thought we should talk about what to do next.
We should. But maybe look around a little. We might be here a while.
Yep, we will be here a while. Yay, level 2. So here's the thing. Shadow Dragon doesn't have a specialization, which means I'm going to create one based on what I want. I feel like we are going to be on defend. Okay, so we start with 3 points. I like evasive maneuvers. I think I'm gonna go for control. Okay. When one mentor mentions the Templar Order, you no doubt picture the armored members of the Southern Chantry. These Templars are trained to combat uncontrolled magic, blood magic, and abominations with the goal of protecting people, including the mages themselves from the most violent manifestations of magical power. However, they also embody the Southern Chantry's control over the mages and enforce many of its strict rules and regulations over magic in general. In addition to combat training, these Templars ingest lyrium. This mineral, usually used by mages for enchantments and rituals, grants Templars the ability to resist and dispel magic. The fact that it is also addictive, chaining them to the Chantry and resulting in paranoia, obsession, and ultimately dementia, is often swept under the rug. Yes, we've heard all about that dirty little secret. As you may have surmised by my use of Southern Chantry, this is not the case in the Tevinter Imperium. In Tevinter, we know that magic can only serve if it is allowed to flourish. We do not suppress, we nurture. That is not to say that we ignore the dangers of magic and what it might allow those with violent intent if not combated. As in the South, our Templars are trained to prevent excess of blood magic and to subdue demons, as well as those inflicted by possession. But our Templars do not take lyrium. They do not enforce unnecessary regulations. They are not given power over mages, but follow the lead of our most esteemed magisterium. They serve the Chantry and the people of the Imperium. I must admit that I rather prefer our way of doing things. From a letter written by Lycian Paulus, living in border town in Tevinter Imperium, to a cousin in Orlais, 915 Dragon. That's all the... Alright. As I fall off the thingy. Let me get this chest so I don't have to fight with the plants to do it later.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
Ever seen a place like this?
Did you ever find places like this chasing Solus with Varric?
Not exactly. But with Solus, it was always about the Fade, or the Veil, or some other in-between place. Varric always hated it, though. At least this place feels different. Maybe... safer?
So I've never got these conversations before. Well, that's also because I've always picked Harding to go with, but we'll see what...
So, you have plants. Greenery's nice, isn't it?
Green? Most of these are dead. Figures. Maybe I'll clear them out. Give me something to do. I hate sitting around. We shouldn't be sitting around. We were going to go back through the Alluvion, right? Let's start with that. As soon as we can.
You know, you can take some time to just...
Now you sound like Varric. Varric and I started this. And I can't stop. Not now. Don't ask me to. So, come get me when you're ready to go. Alright?
Yep, sure. Okay. Let's talk to Nev. Okay, that's not it. Let's go talk to Nev. There's a lot more debris until you start cleaning stuff up.
Wisps. Figures are in the Fate, but I swear they're following me.
You alright?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
We're both shadow dragons and both from Minrathous. Maybe our paths haven't crossed, but I know our work has.
I made a call that got you injured right after we met.
I'll be fine. You trusted me for the job, and I delivered. That's what counts. If we're stuck in this, let's hope you can trust me again.
Ah, let's see. We have a shadow dragon option.
Why wouldn't I? Shadows stand together.
That's the idea. Cross your fingers it works out for us.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
We need to be better than that. I think we're still stoic at the moment.
Not much isn't going to save the world. This will get worse before it gets better.
The question is, how?
Cheerful.
That's what I'm here for.
Yep. Cheerful, but never proves, so that's good. Okay. Let's gather in the library.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey. Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
He was in my head.
In my head, Solus showed up while I was out cold to gripe about us breaking his ritual.
He's mad about us destroying his ritual?
Sounded like it. When the ritual went wrong, he ended up trapped in some kind of prison.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
I'm not in danger. He can only barely reach me. I bled a little when I got knocked out.
So Solus is using blood magic? Like any normal mage would to play with your mind?
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
Dalish options.
The gods of my people were incredibly powerful. I don't mean they were powerful like a skilled mage. I mean they destroyed entire cities. They shattered mountains. So no, they might not literally be gods, but they're a lot worse than whatever you're thinking.
Alright, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
No.
I'm not certain of anything. But we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had two of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganan and Gillenane. Two of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against.
They're ours to kill. They're stronger than Solus. I think they're ours to kill. We're gonna be stoic all the way.
They're our next target.
So we set our sights on a pair of elven gods. Like it's easy.
Who else is gonna do it? If they're loose, they need killing.
They were evil tyrants who enslaved their people. We need to stop them.
Solus says Elganan and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have two. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that. We're down a man without Varric. We can't just rush in.
I know you're hurt, Nev, but the rest of us need to do something.
I'll be ready to fight when it's time, but we need to investigate, then figure out what we're dealing with.
Yes.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
You're Nev's right. You're a scout, Harding. You're supposed to, you know, scout.
Elgin and Gillenane are worse than Solus. We can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
Let's go investigate for ourselves. We find out what we're dealing with, and then we take our shot.
Fine. The Illuvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
We can go with that.
Are you okay to go?
It's a headache. I've worked with worse.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
But I think
the
that's where...
Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
But that's where we're going to end for tonight. Because it's late. It's 20 minutes to 4. And we need to save. Okay. I'm looking forward to this. A very different Rook. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very different Rook. Based on what we've built. Cause yeah, I'm thinking this disaster, this trouble. Oh, this trouble is, you know, gonna walk into a caretaker of one sort or another, and it's not gonna be Bellara, because Bellara is too much of an innocent. Could be Emmerich. But we've saved. We're ready to do this. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for chilling with me for the emotional finale that was Arvok Deriva. Hashtag murder husband. Hashtag he of the luscious locks. And probably tomorrow night I will get some sleep, but probably tomorrow night we'll have to see you know, how much trouble we can get into. So I don't think anyone is still up, but we can always check, right? We can always check. Yeah, no one I know is up. So we're just going to call it here for tonight, everybody. Thanks once again. Have yourselves a great night, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.